Kamala Harris voters, I'm going to make you feel good and understand what's really going on. It is June 5th, 2025. It is Thursday. I'm going to break something down to you in a way that makes you feel so good. Listen to the end of this because this all relates back to that big, beautiful bullshit bill, and I'm going to go right into it. So let's go. First of all, and those of you in my clarity group, definitely I got a special surprise breakdown for you coming today. You want in on my clarity group? Get in my descriptions or email me at darrenmonroe.com. Boom, done. Let's go. Secondly, I want you to understand what is happening. Listen to the end. There are three things to this. The first part is that his score is now 7-84. 7-84. 7-84. That means out of 91 cases, both in and out the courts, judgment rules, or 23 states suing, or ACLU, all of them, he has been losing. Okay, so stop freaking out. That brings me to number two. He is now losing so bad, he's trying to do things like we'll investigate Biden. We'll do all of this, every wild thing you see him do. Let me decode it for you like I do with the clarity group, except I do way more detail there. And there's stuff I talk about like the secret investigations and blah, 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 that most people don't. I'm not even, because social media just stopped me. Yeah, I've tried, but they'll stop me. Here's the thing I want you to understand. The clarity group does that. Here's the thing I want you to understand. In part two, the biggest thing that you need to understand with all of this madness and craziness, the silly shit he's bringing up, you need to understand the bigger picture of this, which is he is doing this to manipulate you and pull you to the side. That's the game. So when you see the wild stuff he says, all you got to do is just shake your head and go, I see what this is, because that's what it is. Don't fall for the bull. The third thing I want to bring up, it all relates back to, again, the benefits, the big, beautiful BS bill. If he can misdirect you and get you away from that, you're not looking at the $880 billion bill that is failing on the Senate floor. Oh, yeah, they're going to pass something, but it ain't going to be what they want originally. And on top of that, now he has Elon to deal with. Elon has turned against him, said enough is enough. I put hundreds. I knew he was turning against Trump. The moment I saw, and I told you this, look at my past videos months ago, in Signalgate. When Signalgate hit, I knew, I said, oh man, because he doesn't like anybody on his cabinet. And the cabinet don't like him. Thus the black eye and all the craziness, which is great for us. If he's reading in on it, I'm all for it. In our favor. The enemy of our enemy is our frenemy, with a hands-off type thing, but, it is a frenemy. What I'm saying is him fighting Trump is to our betterment. I said that months ago when the breakup was going to happen, because it was going to happen. They both have tremendous egos, and they're both incredibly stupid. I don't know why they call Elon a genius. Yeah, a genius with a J. Okay, so here's the thing. Now that he's fighting back, it's embroidering the GOP to fight back more. So the more GOP is fighting back as an actual legislative branch, as they should, the more it's going to be rough for Trump to get anything done for the rest of his administration, especially after we had these midterms. Y'all see what's coming up with the midterms? Y'all heard? 10-point lead Democrats have. Now, yeah, they could screw that all up. We know the Democrats screwed them. But right now, we golden. And if they screw around with this bill, whatever they put in this bill is absolute cannon fire for the Democratic Party to get the midterms. Now, let's talk about your benefits. I told you, listen to the end. The benefits break to our advantage in this way. If Elon's fighting and backing the GOP and the GOP is bucking back at Trump, they're going to have a weakened, watered down bill at the most, if they have one. But let's say they don't. Let's say they do get something by July, squeeze through for the bill. Let's say they get something. Because I remember they said, the Republicans said something crazy. They were like, oh, Senate's going to pass the bill by Memorial Day. I was like, oh, let me just cough that bullshit out. Hey, they never, ever, I mean, just in general, never ever get it done, let alone the big, beautiful bill with all that crazy, batshit, crazy shit. So what I'm telling you towards the end, and I'm breaking it down, is this. It's going to be weak and watered down. Whatever slips through the bill, bah, by the judicial branch. Nobody's telling you that. I just did a couple of lives in my Clarity group talking about this, how we break down. In fact, I got a live coming Saturday. It's going to be so badass, I'm not even recording that son of a bitch. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, but the other ones are recorded. I'm going to tell you right now, all of you should be hearing in what the heck I'm talking about. Because the reality is, even what I'm saying right here should get you right in that mindset. Because think about it. I'm the only person online. Everybody's told me that. Everybody. Who's talking about, what about the judicial branch reading in on this? Hardly anybody's doing it. Now, lawyers, all defense to lawyers, are doing it. There's some great people out there who are doing that, but they're usually in the legal circles. Maybe because I grew up with lawyers, that type of thing. You know, my sister is a lawyer for almost 45 years now. So, I mean, over 45 years. So, I mean, I have a different look at things. Plus, I'm looking with assessment. That's what the Clarity Group's about, assessment. What is the assessment of what is really happening? And what's really happening, everybody, is this. With all of these losses, 7 and 84, that's his record. With all of these losses, with them listening to the judicial branch, you heard about them bringing the Guatemalan guy back, right? Which means, of course, they could bring back Garcia. If you can bring the Guatemalan guy back, you can bring back Garcia. Yeah, they know they're full of it. And then when you look at Elon fighting back and forth and supporting the GOP in the infighting and the incompetence of his administration, and then you tack on this big, beautiful, crazy bill where one side of GOP wants even more cuts, and the other side of GOP is like, no, we got to get more moderate. By the time this bill gets out and becomes a law and becomes watered down, if it becomes a law, by the time it gets out, it affects over 10, 15 million people. Judicial branch has the right, according to the Constitution, to interpret the law. So when you bring out a law as the legislative branch, or you bring out an executive order, they're going to read into it. How do we know? The last 20 weeks, that's exactly what they've been doing. Like I said, 7 and 84. So what I'm telling all of you in this short, less than 10-minute span is to calm down, because his score is horrible and weak over the last 20 weeks, and the next 30 weeks of this year are going to be kick ass. On top of that, I'm telling you to bring it together and understand the bigger picture of this, which is Elon is to our betterment right now, beating up on this guy. And now the GOP in the legislative branch is watering down whatever bill which may come through, if it comes through. And then finally, the legislative branch is going to tear down anything that affects millions of people, where thousands in those millions could die. And they could, if they lose their Medicare, Medicaid, Affordable Care Act. You know what's on the line. But they keep telling you, they meaning the alarmist left, keep telling you the problem with the bill. I think you guys get it at this point, right? You get that this is a horrible bill that could be catastrophic, both in medical lives, but in the economic world. You're going to cut out $700, $800 billion out of an economy. That's fucking crazy. That's just fucking crazy. So what I'm trying to get you, and then you're doing it to make deals and tax breaks for ultra wealthy people. Like, really? Really? And you think everybody's gonna roll with that? I'm gonna tell you like this, y'all. Y'all better grasp this real quick. Y'all better get on this narrative and understand that you're not gonna worry about things that are already being fought. We got the 23 attorney generals and governors fighting, almost half the union out the Democratic Party. We have the ACLU and hundreds of other nonprofits fighting at this very moment for life. We have, and that's the third group, we have the judges themselves who has to, basically, they're working to get their own security. God bless them. They're trying to get their own security, get protected, because they don't feel like the U.S. Marshals are protecting them. But I think that's a good thing, because they getting ready to roll on that ass. They getting ready to jump on them. Look at Judge Boasberg and look at Judge Zinnis with an X. Zinnis Garcia case. Zinnis Boasberg. Those are the two in line to do contempt if we ever get a contempt of court to Trump. And what does it mean to get contempt of court with Trump? That doesn't mean Trump gets in trouble. That's why he's being reckless like this, because he knows he can't get touched. Teflon Don. However, his people can go down like dominoes. I believe a whole bunch of them are. I believe that Pam Bondi. I believe that Elon Musk himself. It will take time. It's not going to be a short point. But there are going to be some resignations. There are people going. It's not just Elon and the top Doge people leaving. No, there's more people going, y'all. Our best days are ahead. I'll talk more about that in my next video. If you really want to hear me talk in a way that social media keeps banning me from, get in my descriptions and invest in your peace of mind. Right now, if you have benefits, your jobs, or your freedoms via immigration, whether you're a citizen or not, on the line, or anybody you love, you need to run and get with my Clarity Group. Because there ain't a motherfucker out there like that talking about this. I'm not only going to make you feel good, but make you feel enforced. I'm not here to fear you. I'm here to build you. That's what this is about. If you listen this far to the end, at least reach out to me about joining.